Hi, it's Eve. I just finished a chat with Eve about Angel Bob Dylan. You're looking at Bob Dylan from the video, The Last Waltz, where he's singing, "May you stay forever young." Am I young? That's his mother. And want you to notice that he's wearing a hat like she's sort of like what she's wearing. They didn't meet each other this life yet. And his hair, it's just like her hair. It's curly like that. And this picture here, where Dylan's wearing a fro, she wore a fro during the 60s. You can look at the video, I Love You, Michelle, Yeah Baby, on Michelle Birdsong channel and see pictures of her with a fro that looks just like Dylan's. Also, you see Sing Birdsong, Jimi Hendrix in the 60s, wearing his hair a lot like Dylan's. That's Dylan's brother, Sing Birdsong. Okay, so let's get to what I want to talk about this video. I said Will Smith's movies ideas come from the ideas in the collective unconscious, which we know about because when Bob Dylan was asked where his hit songs come from, he admitted the collective unconscious. So the collective unconscious, Eve Einstein, Freud, St. Mary Magdalene, realized, oh, these songs are coming from my head. These artists are at the same frequency as me, and they're singing and they're creating songs from my ideas, and they're not paying me. I'm poor, they're rich and famous. Like Bob Dylan said, how does it feel? A complete unknown. No direction home. In fact, I was homeless. No homeless. No home. Because Stevie Wonder's jealous, fake baby mamas, Yolanda Simmons, talked them into evicting me. Stevie Wonder I walked down the aisle with in 1967, created a baby, Robin Michelle Birdsong. Plus, he got rich when I told my husband in a parallel life, Johanna Vagoda, that Stevie Wonder was capable, little Stevie Wonder was capable of generating lots of money because he's a musical genius, I told Vagoda. Vagoda took me as my word. He never heard of Fingertips, Steve's first hit. His idea of music was Joni Mitchell. He was Jewish. He never heard of soul singer Stevie Wonder. And then Edwin Birdsong was with me, my husband, and he's a jazz fan. So he wasn't into Stevie Wonder either. So he didn't say a word. Okay. So meanwhile, when he hears what I say, and what I said was Ray Charles, and that was Michael Bublé, Adam, Eve's husband. Okay, so Steve, Vagoda goes on to make Steve rich, and I get nothing, no credit, no money. I'm raising my children in poverty because their father, Edwin Birdsong, after I helped him get established making money, walks out on us. When the Sing Jesus Christ says, men have been doing this for thousands of years. They ruin the lives of women to fulfill their fantasies. So that's what Edwin did. And I didn't even get the credit for the lyrics on the album What It Is that Stevie Wonder was so enamored with that he took Edwin in his bosom for the next 50 years. And asked me, why didn't Edwin create another What It Is? See, that's when I realized, oh, he's being friendly with Edwin, thinking Edwin's a genius, the idea behind What It Is. He's going to get the benefit of being with this genius. Just where Steve is coming from with their friendship. Meanwhile, Edwin is coming from being like his father. His father had a friend, Tom Bradley, I think his name was, the mayor of Los Angeles. So Edwin wanted to have a famous friend too. And he gets to go all over with Steve and all that. So he had a life and money and everything and gave me nothing. He said he wanted to ask his father for a piece of chicken, and father gave it to him. He said, can I have another piece of chicken? And the father said, how much of it do you want? And Edwin said, all of it. You see, he was telling off on himself. He's greedy. He wanted all the credit for What It Is. Including What It is a new music form, black folk music, black country music. That's not Edwin's head. Edwin was into jazz, but he tried. He tried to sing the songs, but he overdid it mostly because he didn't feel it, because it's not his thing. And even after we started working together, because his girlfriend put down my abilities and he lost faith in me because the album wasn't selling because James Brown, Frankie Crocker, Berry Gordy, the gatekeepers wouldn't let it through because it would mess up their thing because it was superior to their music they were offering. So Edwin sunk to creating, because he said, what's on the radio? So instead of him doing jazz, his thing, when he sang Stella by Starlight, it was wonderful, it was beautiful. Okay, so but instead of him doing his thing, he did what the rap music artists were doing, sort of, and asshole music, anus chakra music, the lowest music, and it was embarrassing. So anyway, that's what he sunk to, and then he made some money. Kanye West, Mary J. Blige, De La Soul, Daft Punk, Snoop Dogg, they all sampled his music, and he started making money when he lowered his standards. And he told me once, he said, I rise to the occasion. So he was saying, when we did What It Is and Supernatural, I was so good musically. His music was wonderful on his albums because I was coming to your level. So anyway, it took me years to realize all of this. Gary Bird said to me, you created Edwin's image. I was there, I know. Norma Pinella, the program director at WWRL, said, your songs are movies. That's why Stevie Wonder could relate to it. Anyway, let me finish what I was talking about. Will Smith. Will Smith is Adam and Eve's third and perfect son. And being Eve, it's always with me. He chases me all over the globe, and I love him, and I'm so happy when I hear from him. Indirectly. All this is indirect. I'm in hell. See, they sent Eve to hell when she was a child, 4 years old. They drove her into hell. And they're in heaven. And so we don't meet because they don't come to hell. Although my father, King George V, when I was Princess Mary, Countess of Harwood, he broke into hell. There is. His name is Milton Harris. John Milton, who wrote Paradise Lost and Paradise Found, and Homer, the Iliad and the Odyssey, and he was a Sikh guru. Now that means he was a master. Masters they're not supposed to go to hell. but he broke into hell to comfort his daughter. And I see him very often, and he's the only person here with the intellect to match mine. So I don't feel so lonely. 4 years I couldn't get a conversation that was fulfilling or satisfying, except one time I talked to Carlos. Carlos is the building manager from the Dominican Republic. He has family in Dominican Republic and New York, and he's got good sense. I had a good conversation with him one time. Okay, so Will Smith's movie Hitch is a movie about a man teaching another how to get his love to marry him. When I was in college at Austin Peay University in Clarksville, Tennessee, a college my mother, Corinne Bitches Crowder, valedictorian of her class, could not attend because it did not accept colored people. We were colored people, light-skinned colored people, but we were still colored people. So we just suffered as much under discrimination as dark-skinned colored people. In fact, the dark-skinned colored people gave us a hard time too. They called my mother baby shit, yellow.